Exhausted and desperate, these refugees wait to be registered at a government center, the Kakuma refugee camp. It took many of them months to get here. They'd been walking from parts of South Sudan and Sudan that have been riddled by conflict. MARECH ATEM arrived from Jonglei State in South Sudan last week with his wife and 5 children. It's their first time here and they want to rebuild their lives as best as they can.
What forced me to come here is that people back home are always fighting. Children cannot even get an education. They are attacked in schools. That's why I came here, so that my children can go to school.
Some of these refugees are returning to this camp. They had gone back home at independence, hoping for a better life. But what they found there was no better than what they had left back here. Deborah Luat left Kakuma for South Sudan in 2008. She came back here a month ago after her village was attacked, her house burnt, and her family forced to flee.
I will never go back. I have lost hope. My husband was killed there. My life was in constant danger. I'm too old and too weak. I need peace.
The United Nations High Commission for Refugees is worried about the influx of refugees from South Sudan and Sudan. It's not a crisis yet, they told us, but it could easily become one if the fighting gets worse.
Each and every day we're receiving around 100 new people who are registered and then taken to places where they can be settled within the community. The problem we have is that this camp can only accommodate 100,000 people. So at this rate, very soon, this camp will be full, and that will have implications in terms of environment, in terms of sanitation, in terms of water.
Already there are occasional fights over resources in the camp. 2 weeks ago, a refugee was killed in an inter-ethnic disagreement. The UN says it's trying to control such incidents, but with a growing number of refugees and few resources, that might be tough to do. Catherine Soy, Al Jazeera, Kakuma refugee camp, northern Kenya.